Hi, everybody. Debra Dixon-Anderson here. Gold Wellness Circle and Light of Gold PR. And it is Wellness Wednesday. And so just wanted to give you a couple words about wellness and how important it is to make sure you're taking care of your mental health. That's our topic today is what are you doing to take care of your mental health? Did you know that in this country as of 2022, nearly 50 million people are struggling with mental illness? That's a big, big deal. And it affects every fabric of our society these days, mental health. And so we're going to talk a little bit about maybe some factors that actually affect people's mental health these days. Unfortunately, discrimination is definitely an issue these days, whether it's homophobia, sexism, racism, all the isms, ageism. These are real issues that are happening today. And a study has found that people who experience discrimination frequently have a 25% higher rate of mental illness and experience much greater stress levels. So definitely discrimination is unfortunately is high up on the list. There's all of these biases that are happening today, and it's an unfortunate part of society. I've certainly if have experienced it myself, and so we always encourage people to be aware if they have biases, and for all of us to be able to treat each other with kindness, and with some kind of awareness and respect for our differences, because we all have them. So discrimination is definitely on the list. People are struggling with loneliness, feeling alone, and childhood trauma, as well as financial instability and just other personal issues, family issues in their life. So unfortunately, these are definitely issues that a lot of us are dealing with today. So, but we can do things to take care of ourselves every day, to definitely keep wellness at the top of the list, to be able to stay mentally well as much as possible. I shared some tips. These are things that I do personally, or I have a lot of friends that actually incorporate wellness. I'm part of a lot of wonderful wellness communities. And meditation is definitely something that can be used. Deep breathing, breathe in the good air, breathe out the bad air. Making sure when you're feeling stressed that you just, take a second and just take some deep breaths. A lot of times that releases a lot of stress. And sometimes you have to do that multiple times. If you have a job that you're stressed out about, or maybe you're in a toxic environment that you don't feel that you could leave right away. A lot of us are dealing with these types of issues, especially now in 2022, 2023 with the pandemic. It's still kind of ebbs and flows. It's still definitely a part of our lives right now. Health is definitely something that we always have to be mindful of. So, meditation is something that's really good. I incorporate it into my life. Shout out to my meditation crew. I love Liz. I love Tony. One day I'm going to have them on live with me so that they could share some tips about meditation, because it's definitely something that could make a big difference in your life. Uh, exercise. I made sure I got in 5,000 steps this morning, went to the park. I live in New Jersey, so yes, it was cold. Put on my layers, maybe should have put on one more layer, and made sure I got some steps in and got in close to 3 miles today. And I feel so much better. And that's how I try to start my day, with some kind of exercise. It doesn't matter whether it's walking with my friends, the Feisties, every Friday, or if it means taking a Zumba class, which I love, or yoga or stretching, any kind of exercise I try to get in. Walking, all of that, it all counts. So I always try to make sure that as much as I can, usually about 3 to 5 days a week, I get in some kind of exercise, some kind of movement. It's just really important. Rest. So this is something that I am always struggling with. As a breast cancer survivor, one of the parting gifts of breast cancer for me has been insomnia. And so I really have to um, incorporate a ritual for getting more sleep. My doctor probably told me about 4 or 5 years ago that as part of her practice, she now has to counsel a lot of her patients on sleep and putting down devices that keep us stimulated. So usually at nighttime, I have to really be careful about checking my phone or phones, checking social media, looking at TV too long, but making sure we're shutting down the devices by a certain time is critical to getting more sleep, because I think that most of our country and world is now sleep deprived. So that's a big deal. It's making sure you get enough rest. Eating healthy, also something that I'm always working on. Um, I definitely always try to get my fruit and veggies in, drinking water, more water. That's definitely something that you should put on your list, just to make sure you're eating healthy. Being careful about the sugar, the cookies and the sweets sometimes. As much as I love them, I know I can't have it as much as I would like to. So I usually try to kind of pace myself with that. If I get three chocolate chip cookies, I might just only be able to have one today and then put away the other two for another time. And so I remember a time when I would be able to inhale three of them all at once. So I've kind of had to slow my roll with that. So I might be able to get a pack of three chocolate chip cookies, and it will take me 3 days to eat it now instead of just like 15 minutes or an hour. So definitely had to change that. Really practicing gratitude is so important. I'm a Christian. I pray, believe in God. Whatever you believe in, I believe that practicing gratitude is critical. Just in the morning, just what are you thankful for? At night, what are you thankful for? And incorporating that as a ritual. I certainly don't do this as much. I'm definitely a person that believes in being thankful, but just taking the time to look at within your day, what types of things are you grateful for? And I think my good friend Adrienne Miller is part of a Facebook group that she actually lists out the things that she's grateful for and posts them. And I think she's been doing that every day for a couple of years. So shout out to Adrienne. If you're looking at this, kudos to you for doing that. But practicing gratitude, speaking positivity, prayer, meditation, exercise, being part of a community, also very helpful. You don't have to go this journey alone. For some of us are struggling with depression, anxiety. A lot of these tips will help you with that as well. But certainly knowing that you're not alone is really critical. Sometimes people have suicidal thoughts. There's all these suicide hotline numbers. Definitely know that there is help out there for you. You don't have to feel like you have to go this journey by yourself. There's meetup groups, there's communities, there's bicycle groups, walking clubs, meditation groups. I mean, I could go on and on. Belonging to a community makes a huge difference. And I got to tell you, over the past 2 years, with all of the stress and anxiety that I've gone through, that all of us have gone through, what has been instrumental in my own life has been being part of so many positive, healthy communities that I can talk to, that I can reach out to. It doesn't matter whether it's at the end of a Zumba class at LA Fitness, it could be when I'm walking with the Feisties on Friday, it could be in my meditation group. But having all of these healthy communities as part of my life has definitely helped me with anxiety and stress, and it's definitely reduced it. I would say taking a social media break is critical too. I want to incorporate doing more of that, where you just kind of back away. Maybe as much as I love social media, and I know you're watching this on social media, but taking a break from it is good for mental health as well. And so I always try to encourage that, just to take a mental break or a social media break makes a big difference. Um, I would also say that not comparing yourself to others is really critical. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody has their own personal journey. And so many times, when because of social media actually has really kind of hurt our society a little bit, with especially our young people, but people in general comparing themselves to others, that can be very stressful as well. So incorporating more appreciation, you know, pacing yourself with too much information, because information overload can be very stressful and kind of hurt us mentally if we just are overstimulated and just checking all of social media, Google, and looking up things all the time. So sometimes information overload is a problem as well. And then lastly, I'll say living in a moment, appreciating this moment, this place and time where we are right now is really, really critical. So many times we are thinking about what's next. What are we doing next? What's the next project? What's the next everything? And then we lose track of the fact that right now we are blessed, and to be thankful for where we are right now. And a lot of us miss that. So the present is a present to us. So just always keep that in mind. And I'm Deborah Dixon-Anderson from Gold Wellness Circle and Light of Gold PR, just sharing some mental health tips. And if you want to be on this live with me, you're always welcome to join me. We can chop it up and chat about some different wellness related topics. I would love to do that. So feel free to reach out to me. You could certainly message me on social media, whether it's lightofgoldpr@gmail.com, or message me on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Instagram, and we'll get you on, and then we'll go ahead and talk. So would love to see you, would love to have you as a guest, and we could talk about whatever topic you'd like to talk about regarding health and wellness. So take care, everybody. Have a blessed day. Happy Wellness Wednesday, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.